Shalom, shalom, Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule and teach well. Peace and salutations unto the elect. I'm the brother Gabar Allah coming at you with another lesson. All right, and today's lesson really is, a message to you, sincere Akim. Okay, to move circumspectly. All right, to move circumspect. Okay, and pretty much the definition of what we mean by this is to be careful with how you move. All right, be careful with all things that you move. All right, you don't want to do nothing foolish. We understand that the Lord has a hedge of angels protecting us, but at the same time, we must be moving circumspectly. All right, you can't be going out here and just acting like a prideful dude. You know, you can't be out here acting like a prideful individual. What's up with this dude? Salakia. But right, you can't be acting prideful. Right. What really got me to make this lesson was I had searched up news because I like to read articles on the news and whatnot, and there's been a whole lot of deaths lately. All right, there's been a whole lot of deaths. One of them. I live in the East LA region. Okay, California, and there's a whole lot of deaths. Okay, a quick testimony about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Okay, I had came home from school. All right, my woman, me and my woman and uh a worldly friend, I would say. We got home from school, and right in front of my house, okay, there was a dead body. Some dude had just died right there. He got shot or something, and he died right in front of my house. Okay, now I don't mean like right in front of my house, but he was on the same street pretty much. All right. And they had the police were there, they covered his tarp. They covered his body with a tarp. All right, and the dude was just fully dead. All right, the dude was fully dead. All right. And you know, he didn't move circumspect. He didn't have that hedge of angels protecting him like we do. Okay, so this is the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14. I'm gonna read it in the KJV, then I'm gonna switch to the NLT. Or matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse. Or I could really start at verse 1. I'll start at verse 3. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it be, let it not be once named among you as cometh saints, neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not covenant, but rather giving of thanks. Right? You don't want to give in to these foolish talks, okay? You don't want to just be talking about some shit that can potentially get you killed or harmed, okay? You know, and part of being a man, yeah, you're gonna get into some scuffles. All right, that's just part of being a man. Okay, sometimes you get into them scuffles, and hey, you do what you gotta do. You defend yourself. You defend your family. You defend your woman, whatever it is that you have to defend. You defend it. All right, but you have to do your best to avoid that. Okay, you don't just want to fight somebody because you never know, man. A lot of dudes these days are cowards. They'll pull out a gun and they'll shoot you. Okay, you have to understand that these people have uh, demons on them. Okay, and I believe a brother, Not saying the brother deserved it, but I believe there was a brother that out here in Los Angeles who got stabbed. Hey, but the Lord protected him. Okay, he didn't. He just got some battle wounds. The Lord protected him. All right, anybody else who got stabbed, hey, they would have died, bro. They would have died, man. Okay, but not that brother. That brother was, doing the work, and the angels had protected him. Okay, and now he's still good. Okay, I don't know the brother personally, so I can't really say. But he's living, and that's a blessing in itself. All right, it says, verse 5: For this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covet man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahushua and of power. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of power upon the children of disobedience. But be not ye therefore partakers with them. Right? You don't be mingled amongst a lot of these other individuals, man. Okay? You don't want to go to no damn club. All right, that you're not moving circumspect like that. A lot of rappers die going to clubs, bro. A lot of rappers die. A lot of people die going to clubs. Clubs are one of the most dirtiest, filthiest places you can be at, bro. Don't go to no damn club, okay? And if you're a true man of the Lord, going to the club won't even cross your mind, all right? It says, For ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in the Lord. Walk as children of light, right? You want to walk as the children of light, okay? Walk with wisdom, okay? Don't walk with no damn ego out the root, man. You know, don't walk with a big head and think you all this and all that just cause you work out, or just cause you you got muscles or something, or you know how to fight. Okay, nah, man. The Lord wants you to walk as light. Be confident, but don't go looking around crazy. You know, don't be looking around crazy, man. You gotta remember that there's demons on these people. Okay, if you can see the spiritual aspect, if you really saw the demons that was on people, you wouldn't even go outside, bro. If you truly saw, like, if you can see the demons inside individuals, you wouldn't even go outside, man. You know, cause what the fuck? How many demons? Hell no, man. I'm staying my ass inside. Cause demons are flourishing. Okay, but this is why you have to move circumspect. Walk as children of light. It says, For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteous and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Right? Don't have no fellowship with these other, wicked individuals, man. Okay. Does that mean you can't have any worldly friends? Nah, man. You can be cool with Jake. Jake is cool. But if you see this dude is fucking smoking, he talking about his ops, and he got a strap on him. He got guns. You know what I mean? Everything about him, it just screams at you. Go the other way, man. And that's part of moving circumspect. If I had a friend like that, I wouldn't even be seen around with a dude like that. Okay, hell nah. You get the fuck away from me, bro. I don't know this dude. Nah, man. Okay. It says, For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly. Here's the point. Not as fools, but as wise. Right? Walk circumspectly. Okay? Don't walk like a damn fool. Don't walk like someone who, you know, don't walk like someone who you think, you got 9 lives, bro. You know, you have to walk a certain way. You got to move a certain way. Okay? It says, verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right? The days are evil. Okay? The days are evil. The days where these people are the demons are acting up, bro. You know. Now I'm gonna go to the NLT of Ephesians 5, and I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm just gonna start to the point at verse 15. So be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, right? You have to be careful how you live. But like those who are wise, make the most of every opportunity in these evil days, right? Okay. So you you have to understand, okay, how would what's the wisest decision I can make? All right, if someone pulls a knife on you, try to avoid it, avoid having to fight the dude if he has a knife. If you have to defend yourself, hey, call on the name of Yahweh Shem Shine, he gonna defend you, you know. If if some dude you bump into a dude, hey, my apologies, go about your day. But if he start talking shit, he start trying to get aggressive and he start, you know, trying to get up on you, hey, you gotta be a man and fight. All right. And a lot of dudes, man, nowadays a lot of dudes are too scared to get into a fight, bro. That's not a man. The men of old, man, our forefathers, bro. Our forefathers fought like men. Yeah. What's up with this dude? Slovakia. Slovakia. All right. Like I was saying, okay, our forefathers, they fought like men. Okay. Our forefathers, you read the book of Corinthians, okay, book of First Corinthians, Slovakia, First Maccabees, okay, with Jonathan, Judas, these great men, they fought, but that's besides the point. You know, you have to do your best to avoid these things as well. Okay, move circumspect. So, that's pretty much it. Okay, just move like you like. Avoid altercations if possible, man. Don't let your ego get the best of you. We're not ninjas out here. Okay, we're not worldly men out here. Okay, so with that, that's the lesson. Call hello Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kakurash. Lord willing, your brothers will edify. Shalom.